All right, I wanted to do a review on Modern Warfare 3's multiplayer, separate from zombies, separate from single player, because there's some things in here that are really good, and there's some things in here that are really stupid. And I feel like I don't want it to take away from the positive and negative experience that I've had in single player and in zombies. To me, those are all three very different games. Which is why I feel like it makes sense for me to talk about them all kind of self-contained. Yes, your progression does carry over from one to the other. You'll unlock stuff that helps in the other modes, your characters, your guns, your skins, etc. What makes multiplayer so different is your custom loadouts. And it is a new system they've implemented they call the Armory. So how does the Armory work? Well, as you could see here, every day you get daily challenges. Sometimes, like my 5 operator melee kills, sometimes those challenges are bugged and they don't work. That's not good. That's actually very frustrating. So I'm not going to be able to do anything else today because I'm stuck. You can see I did the other 2, no problem. Sometimes, yes, they do force you to use weapons and put you in situations you wouldn't normally like to do. But if you play one map and you just grin and bear it, you blow right through them and you're fine. So I don't necessarily feel that that's too bad of a problem. Now, why are you doing challenges? Well, challenges is what's going to get you progression in the Armory Unlock Challenge, the Armory system. And as you can see here, there are at least 58. There might be more. I don't know. I'm still going. Challenges that you will unlock. Some challenges relate to weapons or perks, or parts, or field upgrades, or kill streaks. So for example, if you wanted to use the VTOL kill streak, well, first of all, you're gonna have to activate the challenge. That makes it your primary goal. Now, every challenge you do will go towards this. And then you have to complete 8 challenges. So again, back to my frustration, I can't do anything anymore because my operator melee kills are bugged. So I'm stuck for the day. So I can't get any more progression in my challenges until 8 hours and 37 minutes when the daily challenges reset, which is really, really stupid. You could see there is a bonus challenge there that's locked. I won't even be able to see what that is. So at best, you could do 4 challenges a day in single player, and you could do 4 challenges a day in zombie mode. So you could theoretically get through some of the really aggressive challenges in a single day. This allows you to pick and choose what loadout and what pieces of gear you want when you want them. So, for example, I have to unlock challenges to get these other 2 gloves. There's nothing I will ever do that will allow me to just inherently play the game in any mode, in any style, in any way I want to play, and unlock those assault gloves. I'm stuck. I have to complete a challenge to get those. The trade-off is the sheer amount of customization you get across gloves, boots, gears, field upgrades, lethals, tacticals, and vests, which change the quantity as you can see me scrolling through. Take a look at the bottom part of your screen here. You'll see some will give you more lethals than tacticals. Some will give you no lethals and extra tacticals. Some will give you 2 primaries and secondaries. Some will give you an extra piece of gear. They all have a trade-off associated with them, some strength and some weakness. This is a lot of customization. This is like almost RPG-esque in terms of the amount. It reminds me a lot of the Pick 10 system that we saw from previous Call of Duties. It's just a little more spread out because of the challenge system. I would have much preferred this to just be all part of your overall level. You can see my level on the upper right part of the screen is level 34. I would much rather have preferred that this just was part of that progression, and just by playing and working my way through the regular challenges and just playing the game, I would naturally unlock these things. That is not the case here. You're going to have to play through and do those challenges, and love it or hate it, that's what they did. They want you to play the objective. They want you to play a certain way, and until you unlock everything, you're kind of stuck doing that. I suspect most casual players will not successfully get all the challenges done. I think they will burn out long before this and move on to other things. Most likely, they'll focus on the ones that they want. Like for me, I really wanted Stim Pack. Really, really bad. Stim is my favorite tactical. I went straight for Stim and got it. That was the very first thing I unlocked. I don't use shock sticks. I don't care about it. It'll probably be one of the last ones I do solely for completeness, just to have the full kit. But if you were asking me to build my ideal loadout, shock stick would never be part of that inventory, so it doesn't matter. And I am okay with that. As far as the gun upgrades, they've done a really good job of porting over every single old gun, plus adding a zillion new ones. All of the armory guns that you got from the Battle Pass or from purchases, any of that stuff from Modern Warfare 2, the gun skins, the camos, the charms, they all carry over. And they've added a bunch of new ones, not to mention they've also added contraband attachments that are a separate challenge system that will radically change the overall form, fit, and function of your weapon. So in terms of finding the gun you like, you will. There are a lot to choose from, especially when you think about the sheer amount of attachments they have, plus all the new attachments they have. Just to show you guys, you want to laugh. Look, if I go into my striker, right? It's just a gun I picked up, and let me just go into the optics, right? Oh, this one's locked. I can't even show you that. That's a horrible example. What's a gun I have the optics unlocked? Here we go, the Lockman Shroud, right? If I go to Lockman Shroud Gunsmith and I go to the optics, look at how many optics I can select from. And I'm just going to talk as I scroll through these. A lot of them are locked, again, through that armory system. A lot of them are locked because they're tied to other guns that I haven't yet unlocked. But don't tell me you're not going to be able to find an attachment you don't like. This is a ton. And this applies to all the attachments you see. The lasers, the barrels, the muzzles, the ammunition types, magazines, rear grips, stocks, not to mention all the camos that you're going to unlock from doing all the weapon masteries, all the zombie masteries. There's a lot here to dive into. So I love the sheer amount of bulk in this game. It will allow you to pick and play the character that you want to play exactly as you want to play it. The big trade-off is going to be putting in those hours in the armory system. And that to me is the biggest make or break on if you're going to enjoy this multiplayer experience or not. I love how this game plays. I love how it looks, it feels. There was something special about those Modern Warfare 2 maps that playing them again with a modern coat of paint, with new ambient sound effects, with some minor tweaks to the map. They're fun. They're fresh in an old but yet familiar way, and I appreciate that. I love the game modes, particularly War Mode, which is, if you've ever played Rush on Battlefield, is basically an attack versus defend type mode. I love that. Cutthroat is fun at times, although it does get a little frantic. They're continuously modifying and adding new playlists. Experimental playlist. They have a Terminal 24/7 playlist right now. They're constantly changing what these playlists are, which is fun. Again, no shortage of stuff to do here. There's unique challenges that you can compete on top of the armory challenges. There are weekly challenges that you can partake in that will give you the ability to unlock even more stuff. So there's weekly challenges, like right now, if you want to unlock the Jack Nightshade rifle kit, you got to complete any 5 of these challenges spread across multiplayer or zombies. You can see what the challenges are there. They get you a chunk of experience. Might force you to use a gun or a weapon that you weren't planning on using. But these are weekly challenges that exist that allow you to help progress your character. We've already talked about the daily challenges that feed into the armory unlock system. And then there's all these different weapon challenges that are locked as well. You have to do different things to unlock these, so on and so forth. You will have no shortage of fun things to do in this game. Yes, the skill-based matchmaking is far from perfect. Yes, there are some server issues at launch. Yes, this game will be patched, and I guarantee you the game we're talking about today will not be the same game you're playing in a month from now, because they will constantly make improvements to it. And that is just how Call of Duty has been going for the last 4 or 5 years, and I don't see that stopping anytime soon. There is just a lot of negativity surrounding this, which I think is unfair and really counterproductive to the fact that this is a fun game. A lot of people are playing it. A lot of people are enjoying it. And you go in, you chip out a couple dailies, you play a round or two of zombies, you go on to something else. And I think that's fine. This is the typical cycle for these games. People will now put Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 on a pedestal. Modern Warfare 3 is the worst thing ever. There will be a lot of comparisons to gunplay and to time to kill and to skill-based matchmaking and to lobbies, comparing the two game modes between each other. And at the end of the day, everyone will jump over, that is a fan of this, will jump over Modern Warfare 3 and have a blast. So if you're a fan like me, I did my part. I put out my piece. There's things I love. There's things I hate. It's far from a horrible game. It is definitely not nearly as bad as other people are panning it to be. But your mileage will vary. So if you enjoy it, enjoy it. If you hate it and you download this video to hell, well, that's okay too. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care of yourselves. And until next time, I will see you guys on the other side.